welcome to Tastefully Home. I'm Jen.
And I'm Melissa, and today we've got a dessert recipe. It's been a while, I think, since we've done a straight dessert, so.
It's my kind of recipe.
Oh yeah, exactly. You can't beat this at all.
I could make a dessert every show.
Oh, I know. Because I don't make it that often, like regularly during the week, so yes, this is fabulous.
Kind of special.
It's a good way to get one in there.
And this is something that I've never had or tried.
I've never made a tort before. I've heard of them often, and I figured, pears are in season right now, along with apples and everything. It's just that time of year. So this is an almond pear cream cheese tort. And then almonds I like, pears I like, cream cheese I like, and I can't think of anything in here I won't like. So we'll give it a shot anyway.
All right.
So
and I've never made a tort either, so it'll be experience for both of us.
Exactly. Interesting. Hopefully not a disaster. So what you need for this recipe would be 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup or 1 stick margarine or butter, softened, 1 cup of sugar divided, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, 1 cup flour, 1 package or 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. It doesn't have to be Philadelphia, I guess that's what I bought, and that's softened, 1 egg, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 4 cups of sliced peeled pears, and about 4 pears is what you'll need for that, and then 1/4 cup of sliced almonds. So relatively, pretty simple ingredients and directions as well. And for this you do need a 9-inch springform pan, so I've got that.
Okay.
So the first step is to take the butter and then to beat that with 1/3 a cup of sugar. So do you want to do that? And I'll get the sugar while we're thinking about that.
Alrighty, and I have softened this quite a bit so it won't be hard. Let's maybe scrape this a bit.
And so we're actually preparing the crust right now.
Okay. And how much sugar are you putting in?
1/3 cup. So you have a total of 1 cup. So this is just 1/3, and then we'll use the rest of the sugar here in a little bit. So I can mix that for you.
I'm gonna beat this.
Yep. So you want to use an electric mixer on medium until it should get to be light and fluffy. Shouldn't take too long either. And then at that point then, when it gets to be light and fluffy, you add 1 cup of flour. So I'll get that ready.
And then we're going to beat it again?
And you add this.
I'll just stand by with the beaters then.
There we go.
It's going to be kind of crumbly?
Yeah, it will be a little crumbly. Okay, and then we want to
very quick and easy.
Spread that and press it down firmly into the pan. So we'll just.
Okay. I hope I mixed it enough.
I think it'll be good. It is a little crumbly, like you said, so that's not a big deal.
And then we're pressing this down.
Yeah, and press this into the pan then.
So similar to a cheesecake.
Yeah, it really, so far, it is. So give that back to you if you want to press that, and I'll get a new clean bowl here. And it should be about like you want to go 1 inch up the sides too. I should have said that. Okay. So once you press it into the bottom, then you want to try to press it 1 inch up the sides, and that will just be where all of the pears, cream cheese, everything will just sit into that. So does it feel like it's pretty moist enough that
and once I've started, I just thought I'd get it all evenly spread out.
That sounds good.
Press.
So while you're doing that, and I should mention too, we preheated the oven at what?
425.
Okay, exactly. So then, while Jen's doing that, I will get the cream cheese portion of this. Oops. So you have the cream cheese, and you know what, I'm wondering, I'm going to put it in here. We'll see if my bowl's big enough. So you have the cream cheese, and then you have the remainder of the sugar that you put in at this time. Or 1/3 cup of the remaining sugar, so I guess we'll separate this again.
This isn't getting up there as far as I thought, but I'll get it up as high as I can.
Yeah, and I don't know, I mean, I would imagine you can have the bottom be pretty thin.
Okay.
So, okay. And then we will use this. You know what, I'm gonna rinse these off quickly and come back and then we'll get that mixed up.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got this, and we want to mix the 1/3 cup of sugar and the cream cheese well with the electric mixer again.
I'm going to start peeling the pears.
That's good, yep.
You can tell the pears are in season because they're so
soft.
ripe and soft.
Yeah.
You know, you buy them any other time and you got to let them sit for a week on your counter.
And this is the second set of pears that I bought. First ones were, Steve's words were, God, these are a little woody. So they were a little hard and crunchy. And we didn't think it would work quite as well for the recipe, so.
Well, these are, I can tell already, nice and soft and juicy.
Good. I thought it would just be easier to cut that way, and obviously easier to take this, you know, to peel them as well. So, okay, so we've mixed the cream cheese and the sugar, and then you want to add the vanilla. And so you have like half a teaspoon of vanilla, or a little more.
I'm surprised you're even getting the teaspoon out.
I know. Usually I just pour it in, dip it in there. So half a teaspoon of vanilla, and then 1 egg.
And this is going to be the center?
Yep. This is Then we'll put this into the crust, and then at that point, then you just kind of lay the pears on top of it.
Okay, so you want me to slice them kind of lengthwise then, the pears?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That would be good. Yeah. We'll just slice them.
Do my best.
I was looking at that. I know, that's just it. When they're visible like that, they almost have to look fairly decent.
Now, do you think if you didn't have, if the pears weren't in season, canned pears maybe, by chance?
You know, I suppose you could do that. You would just probably drain them really well.
Yeah, and they're cut pretty nice, and then they'd be nice to slice.
The sliced ones. So it'd be interesting to see if the flavor would be the same. I would imagine when they come out of the can, they're a little softer, you know, so that might be a little different, but
if in a pinch,
it would work. It would probably work just fine. Okay. All right, so that's all we have to do for this.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, very easy.
Do you want me to bring this over?
Sure, that would be good. I'll grab a spatula here.
And that's quite liquidy. That's a lot more liquidy than I thought it would be.
And yeah, so like you said, you know, it kind of will, I think, be more of a cheesecake type, you know. It kind of looks like that, you know, when you're making a cheesecake. Of course, I'm going to drip, but that's okay. So we'll pour this. You pour this over the crust then.
Smells delicious.
Oh, I know. Anything with cream cheese. Okay. All right, now you just spread this then over the crust.
All right, and I'll get some of these maybe cut up right now so you can start layering them.
Okay. So it just, you know, we were worried about the crust not being high enough, but I think it's going to be just fine actually.
All right.
And then we combine spread it, once it's spread evenly, you combine the remaining 1/3 cup of sugar and then the cinnamon.
Okay.
And I will put that over here.
Slippery little suckers.
And then again, we need half a teaspoon of cinnamon.
And that's going to go right on top of
this
what you just poured in, or
you will toss or cover the pears with that. It's if you were doing like a pie or you know, apple pie or something like that. So a half teaspoon again.
So once I've got these sliced up, can I put them in this big bowl here?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, good.
And I'll just mix.
So I'm running out of room.
Oh, good. That will work. And actually, I think what we'll do is we'll probably just grab the lid for for the thing once we get all the pears in there, and then we can just shake those. Okay. So maybe we'll take a little break and finish getting our pears cut up, and then come back and shake our pears.
Sure.
We're tossing the pears.
Get them well coated.
To cover them with the cream cheese, to cover with the sugar and cinnamon.
And this is the cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon, sugar. Just like you said.
I'm afraid
is there flour in there or no?
No,
we didn't.
Just the cinnamon and sugar. 1/3 of the cup of sugar and then the half teaspoon of cinnamon.
Okay. And I cut them as nicely as I can,
Oh,
but
they look
they don't
beautiful.
look like the picture.
Ah, does it ever look like the picture?
But no. All right. You think that's enough?
Yes, I think.
Oh yeah.
Looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Looks kind of like you said, apple pie.
It does. It really does, except they're
Okay.
pears. So, okay, and
So
then
you
you
wanna-
want to arrange them, and of course, in the picture, they're arranged so nicely. So we just will arrange them. Yep. Oh, you're so good. You're using a fork.
Well, I thought.
Yeah, they just kind of go all the way around.
All around.
And while
then
you're
in the
doing
center.
that, maybe I will talk about what you need to do. So we
Yeah,
do
because
that.
there's definitely more
Yeah,
instructions.
there are
to this.
some more, some steps. So you'll put, once you get the pears in, arrange them, then you just sprinkle with the sliced almonds.
Okay.
And you put it in the oven then, and you bake for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, you want to turn the heat down to 375, and then bake for an additional 25 minutes.
And are we covering this while we're baking it? Does it say?
No,
Okay,
you don't cover
uncovered.
it. Yep.
Okay.
So you bake for an additional 25 minutes. You take it out of the oven after those 25 minutes, or you just want to make sure that the center is, when it sets, that it's kind of setting up. So you don't want it to bake too much, but yeah, you want to make sure it's set up so
not
it's not,
running.
we're going to run out when you take it out of the pan. We'll see. So then you take it out of the oven after that 25 minutes, and then you'll want to cool it on a wire rack and just make sure it's nice and cool. And then, so there, like I said, then you do need to refrigerate it for at least 3 hours. And again, just allow it some time to set up. It's almost like when you're making Jell-O, or Jell-O or pudding, you need some time for it to set up.
Okay.
So you will want to refrigerate it for that 3 hours just to let it cool off. And then,
So I'm guessing this is something, if you're going to be serving guests, you're going to need to make ahead of time. You're not going to whip this up the day of, otherwise
No,
you're
probably
gonna
the
be
night
scrambling.
before. And then you can just
Okay.
store the leftovers in the refrigerator. So
Okay.
that's all we'll need
And
to
does
do.
it say to cover it when you're refrigerating it?
It doesn't say anything. I mean, you may
wouldn't
want
want it to dry out
right?
either.
But it doesn't say that you have to. But yeah, I
Okay.
guess I usually cover most things that I put in the refrigerator.
This is a lot of pears, so it's
It is a
starting
lot
to
of pears.
not look like the picture, but
But you do want to completely cover it. So
Okay.
obviously every slice will have
every slice
pear in
counts.
it. All right. And so we use 1/4 cup of the almonds. So I should probably grab, and I'm sure, give or take, you could use more than that if you,
Depending if you like them.
right, it's like the almonds. And you probably wouldn't even have to use the almonds if you really didn't want to. I
Okay.
happen to like almonds. So
Think we need some of this on there, or are we good?
it's up to, if you want to put some on, you can. Just get a little more of the
I'm just thinking the
sweetness on there.
And it just smells so good with the... Yeah, for the amount I'm going to get, it's not worth it.
So we'll just sprinkle these over the top.
So basically what I did with the pears is I just kind of took the slices and fanned them out and made them kind of look like a little spiral.
Spiral them
And then I
around.
filled in all the holes, so
It looks good. And try to get some
on the
on
edges
the
there.
edges. All right, so
All
then
right.
we'll put it in
Do
for.
I dare even hold it up?
Oh, so you can get a look at it.
But
So put it in for 10 minutes, and then after
Okay.
10 minutes, take it out, turn the oven down to 375, and bake for another 325.
the oven
Should we
has
check our tort?
beeped and the torch should be ready, and
Oh yeah, it looks pretty
Hot.
good.
we're going to put it out on a rack to cool,
Yep,
correct?
exactly. At this point, you would let it cool
Should I
on
show
a
a
rack.
close-up maybe
Yeah,
of
it
it?
looks pretty good.
Just really got
Bakes in
golden,
there nicely.
very firm.
And the sides, I think, are deep enough that
Yes.
nothing's going to fall out or anything like that.
Hopefully not.
So at this stage, we would let it cool on the wire rack, and just you can obviously, to touch, it's obviously still warm because it just
Okay.
came out of the oven. And then you would put it in the refrigerator, and you need to refrigerate for 3 hours, remember?
3 hours because we're really wanting it to set up.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then, it can go longer than that until you're ready to use it. That would be just fine. So.
Okay.
And then after you've served, if you've got any leftovers, just be sure that you store it back in the refrigerator. So, but
And I know we use the springform pan.
Yes.
But we're both kind of talking about that. We would take it out kind of like what we would do with the cheesecake.
exactly, if we were making a cheesecake. So I
Okay.
think it should work pretty well. I'm hoping it
If
works
it
pretty
doesn't,
well.
just grab a spoon.
It's the best way to do it.
That's
so.
right.
Yeah, but very easy, very few ingredients,
It
and
looks great. It
I really think
does.
so too. I do, and I'm anxious to try it tonight. So hopefully you can enjoy this and
Enjoy those pears.
right, and just have a good fall dessert to go along with any meal. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Well, I'm Jen.
And I'm Melissa, and this has been Tastefully Home, and we'll see you again next week.